everybody, RJ Context here, welcoming you to part 2 of explaining the scaling of Dragon Ball. We're going to be going over the Namek saga, and before we do, I want to explain two things. One, I want to fix up a few mistakes I made from the last video about the Saiyan saga. First one is that I got the multiplier for Kenkai's training wrong. It would be 19.2 times instead of 30, or for the anime 21.6. The low ball for the Saiyan saga would actually be small planetary to small planet plus, mid ball small planet to planetary, and high ball planet to dwarf star level. And this will be extrapolated on more so as the video progresses. And I would like to issue a challenge that I forgot to put in my other video. So last time in the pinned comment I said that the video got 50 views, I get this part out within a week, but I realized that's a bit much, especially for a channel with only 21 subscribers, so I'll make it a little easier, but I still want to give y'all a challenge. 20 likes in the next video will be out within a week. And also, I have a special guest with me, Didi. Say hi.
Hi! Was that a bit too loud? Was that too loud?
You're fine. You're fine.
Alright.
Alright. So, anyway, as always, if you do like these videos, be sure to leave a like on it because it gives me more of a reason to make these videos because they do take a long time. Maybe comment whatever you guys want to comment. Maybe I'll respond. And share with people who you think would be into this stuff because, you know, trying to get to that goal of 20 likes within a week so the next video can be out within a week. And also, huge shout out to Diadio, who is not only here with me right now, he's helped me with the scaling of all this and beyond. Be sure to show him some love, link will be in the description, and without further ado, let's start off with the video. So we move on to the Namek saga, where the remaining Z fighters set off to Namek to find the new Dragon Balls and revive their fallen comrades. Krillin, Gohan, and Bulma take Kami's old ship, while Goku takes the Capsule Corp ship Dr. Briefs makes for him, with a gravity chamber that goes up to 100 times Earth's normal gravity. Cut to when everyone gets to Namek, and we find out that Frieza is on the planet. So they find the Namekian warriors, and they're all around 3,000 each, while elders like Moray have a power level of 5,000 each. So, they get to planet Namek and immediately get stranded. Vegeta also lands on the planet, and Vegeta's even stronger than he was on Earth with a power level of 24,000, being as he easily beat Kui, who had the same power level as Vegeta originally, 18,000, and Dodoria, who has a power level of 22,000. But he wasn't able to beat Zarbon in his Beast mode, whose power level was raised to 27,000. After he loses to Zarbon, he gets another Zenkai boost and his power level skyrockets to 30,000. Afterwards, Gohan and Krillin get their potential unlocked by Grand Elder Guru, bringing Gohan up to 14,000 and Krillin to 13,000. And they meet Neo, who has a power level of 42,000. Then the Ginyu force arrives on Namek, and the Z warriors now have to fight Guldo, who has a power level of 23,000. And aside from Garlic Jr., shows the first ever hacks in DBZ. After Vegeta kills him effortlessly, they have to fight Raccoon, who has a power level of 40,000. After Raccoon beats the crap out of everyone, Goku comes in and absolutely murks Raccoon with a power level of 90,000. After training in the 100 times gravity chamber of his ship, meaning he got an 11.25 times increase from his training in the manga and a 10 times increase in the anime. Goku then gives Gohan, Krillin, and Vegeta a Sensu Bean and moves on to Jason Birder, and not only barely even fights back against Jason Birder, but as soon as he does fight back, he kills Birder in one combo. Jace then decides to dip out and gets Captain Ginyu to fight for him, who has a power level of 120,000. They have an even-ish fight, but Ginyu, knowing that Goku still has some latent power, he presses Goku to unleash it, and when he does, he doubles his power with the Kaioken to 180,000. Ginyu then gets salty and body switches Goku, and now Gohan, Krillin, and Vegeta have to fight off against Ginyu Goku. Fortunately though, everybody gets an increase after fighting Raccoon, and Ginyu actually got a decrease from body switching because of his inexperience with Goku's body, thus not letting him unleash Goku's full strength, and giving him a power level of only 23,000. They all beat Ginyu Goku so bad that he can't move, and Goku pulls the old switcheroo on him, not only getting his body body back, but turning Ginyu into a frog in the process. They put Goku in the healing chamber, and hijinks ensue. The Z Warriors now get Saiyan armor and try to summon Shenron while Vegeta's asleep, while Frieza's finally on the hunt for the password and fights Nail. It's here when he reveals his power level to be 530,000. This is important because Frieza in his first form casually destroyed Planet Vegeta, which was calced at Dwarf Star level.
Oh, I think this is kind of obvious. Planet Vegeta does have 10 times the gravity of Earth, so.
Yep. And if you remember from the last video, I mentioned how King Vegeta triple planet busting casually was also calced at Dwarf Star level.
Just in case any of you lowballers think that Goku is only planet level, by that logic, first one Frieza stole all of Super.
Yes, we have indeed run into those types of people in the past. But importantly, we know that King Vegeta also got one punched by Frieza, and so this might get a little odd from a highballing standpoint, but there is a calc that says Frieza destroying Planet Vegeta in the anime is solar system level, so if you include that, then you could say that Frieza is solar system and multi-solar system in his final. By the way, if you want to know why they calced it a solar system, it's because they included Frieza destroying the star around Planet Vegeta, although it's only implied that he destroyed the planet itself. So if you want to go with that calc, then fine. If not, even better. Running parallel to this in the anime, Tien, Chiaotzu, and Yamcha are on King Kai's planet when the Ginyu Force arrives. So now the fallen Z Warriors have to fight off the fallen Force, and are actually winning. Now I know a lot of you might be saying, but how? That makes no sense. And if you try to do the math, then it doesn't make sense, because even if you include the Goku multipliers in the anime, they would still be under level. So either we can say that they got a bigger multiplier from King Kai's training than Goku did, which would actually make sense since they also got a bigger multiplier from Kami, or we can pull a Dragon Ball Z Kakarot and say it was all an illusion. So Frieza pulls up on the Sea Fighters and has a tussle with Vegeta and is actually impressed by him to the point where he transforms into a second form. He impales Krillin in a surprisingly gruesome scene for a kid's anime and fights Piccolo. Now it's never directly stated what Piccolo's power level is at this point, but we actually have all the tools we need to get at least a rough estimate. So Piccolo, when he died, had a power level of 3,500, and he went down to train with King Kai.
1 million, since he's like on par for the second form Frieza.
I'm getting to that. Now, El Manga Legendario states that Namekian Fusion is a 5 times multiplier, and Frieza's power level in his second form is at least 1 million. And Piccolo had to take off his weighted clothing in order to fight and get the drop on Frieza. So Piccolo would have a power level of at least 216,000 before fusing, meaning he would have gotten a 61.7 times increase from his training with King Kai. Just to let you know how strong that is, that's higher than the Super Saiyan multiplier, and would likely have a power level of 1,080,000, seeing as full power in Dragon Ball when going from weighted to unweighted is a 8% difference. And this is important because people generally use this as an example to say power levels are bullshit and inconsistent, but you can actually debunk this notion if you look into it a little bit. After he fights Frieza in his second form, he transforms into a Xenomorph. Frieza then decimates Piccolo and almost gets overpowered by Gohan, during which Vegeta gets another Zenkai boost because he thinks he's a Super Saiyan and gets Krillin to damage him. After Vegeta gets himself healed, Frieza transforms into his most terrifying form yet. With only 1% of his power, Frieza bodies Vegeta until Goku crosses planet Namek to join the battle. This is confirmed relativistic to light, and even if it's not, then Goku then reflects multiple death beams casually. Goku's power level here is only 3 million, and during the fight has to use Kaioken multiple times to keep up with Frieza, until Frieza decides to use half of his strength, which would have him at a power level of 60 million. Goku then realizes that he'll need the Kaioken times 20 to stand a chance against Frieza and bring him to the same power level as he is. But after realizing that even his strongest attack won't be able to finish Frieza off, he turns to his quad attack, Spirit Bomb, collecting energy from the entire planet of Namek, and he throws the Spirit Bomb at Frieza. After they think they've won, Frieza resurfaces and death beams Piccolo and blows Krillin up in yet another surprisingly gruesome scene. Man, no wonder Japan is so weird. This then sparks Goku's rage and unlocks within him the legendary Super Saiyan, giving him a 50 times multiplier to make his power level 150 million. Afterwards, Frieza tries to destroy planet Namek, but ends up failing, and turns it up to 100% power, bringing his power level to 120 million. He fights Goku until eventually he gets sliced up by his own attack and blasted by Goku even after his offer for mercy. So that is the end of the Namek saga, and it can go a few ways. So lowballing, you could say that the Namek saga would be small to large planet level with relativistic speeds. Mid-balling would obviously be planetary to star level with massively faster than light. And highball would be dwarf star to solar system level with even higher massively FTL speeds. Alright, RJ Context here. Thanks so much for making it to the end of the video. If you made it to the end of the video, comment DBZE2. Make sure to comment, like, and or subscribe. Go check out DD as well and get this video to 20 likes. And the Cell Saga video will be out within a week. And see ya from me and DD.
Bye.
Oh.